Hey there, toy collector friends and Star Trek collection fans as well. Welcome back to the video and to the channel, and I'm just a bit flummoxed. I am the Triple TC, that's the time traveling toy collector, and this has nothing to do with Fanhome. This is the Eagle Moss sort of hero collector XL range. This is the battle, this is Deep Space Nine, this is the USS Enterprise A, and this is the USS Enterprise B. Why am I showing you these? I'm showing you these because I don't have anything to show you from Fanhome. Why? I'll tell you why. I'm glad you asked. Having made my previous video, Star Trek The Vexed Generation, about the Fanhome conundrum of to subscribe or not to subscribe, I engaged with a few people via social media, and I decided I would subscribe. I wasn't going to, but through some talking, you changed my mind. I think you got me to see that there may be some value for money in actually having the whole 20 issues. There'll be at least special edition size, and of course I'll guarantee myself to get those XLs that I absolutely want, which will be including the Enterprise XLs as seen in Picard, so the F and the G. Really fantastic. So I went to the I waited till the next time I saw the advert, which was merely a couple of days ago. I think they had it on Facebook, so I followed the link saying, you know, because it showed you what the things you get, and of course I hadn't factored in that you get certain free gifts. I'm not a big fan of the free gifts, but by the same token, some of them were quite good, and they've chucked in a ship as well for the 20th bundle, so I thought, well, that's not bad, is it? So I went to subscribe, and I can't. It won't let me. So they're advertising this subscription, which starts delivering in November. We are in November. And here in the UK, it said, you know, starting delivering in October, come and sign up. Went to sign up, couldn't sign up. All I could do was to be asked to be notified when the collection was available, because it's now saying it's not available. So I sent them a message, and they came back and said, yeah, this is not available anymore. And I went back and said, but it's literally just been advertised on social media. It's literally just been posted. I'm responding to that post, and so you're advertising something that technically doesn't exist. Not sure that's good business practice. And because I had nothing to lose, let's be honest. And they came back and they said, yeah, no, sorry, we've closed the subscriptions for the UK. I'm paraphrasing. We've closed subscriptions for the UK, but if it reopens, we'll let you know. So here we are in the first month of them launching, and they've stopped people being able to subscribe to their subscription offer. Now, there's potentially a ton of reasons they may have chosen to do this. One, they may have had a surge of interest that was beyond what they expected, and in order to control the market and potentially not put themselves in an unviable position, they may have gone, right, we'll meet the existing demand and get more ships made and then reopen the subscription, because we'll have a sense of how many people want to be notified, which is good for them, because, you know, that's great. It is proving that there's a market, and it is potentially a successful line. But it seemed strange to me that they'd advertise something that absolutely wasn't available. I'm going to wave my hands around so you can see that I'm really here, just to indicate the ships, because I feel really, I had hoped that I'd be in a position within a couple of days to be saying, here's the Titan A. And here's some, you know, great stories about their customer service. I can do neither of those things. Now, we're approaching December, and December is when the individual items are the ones that they've got left over, remember, are the ones that are supposed to be coming into the marketplace. So the ones that are actually supposed to be going up at the higher price for those people who just want to do sort of spot purchasing of individual ships. Now, again, that's great, but if they've stopped the subscription, which I would like to think over time would generate them more money than people doing spot purchases, even though the spot purchases are around £20 more expensive per ship-ish than the subscription rate. What they would be losing in not selling every single one, they'd be making up through the subscription. So I'm now wondering whether there won't be any standalone spot purchase options for these ships in December, which should be the Titan A, because they don't have any, because they've all gone to the subscription market. They did say they'd only be available, you know, as stock was available, so they have kind of covered themselves on that front, to be fair to them. But what does this mean to those people who are sort of stuck now in collector limbo? Just before recording this, I did go and check, because I didn't want to be putting, I know this will be out of date at some point, but as of, you know, where we are now on literally the 23rd of November, so this will probably go out tomorrow, to be fair, but I will check again before posting. So 23rd, 24th of November, 2025, is the Fanhome collection for Star Trek starships available in the UK. I'm not sure if it's still available in the USA, because they're already limiting the number of countries they can send to, which I'm sure is probably a practical consideration so that they don't have to try and manage more than they can. Again, I can't be frustrated by them taking steps to, you know, safeguard their business model. I just find elements of their business model curious. And again, if I'm finding your business model curious, then I don't know if I'm going to invest in a long-term subscription with you, because curious business models are often not that successful. Sometimes they can be really successful, but unfortunately Star Trek Starships has a, you know, market history of not being effective over a prolonged period of time. So I'm just, again, I'm trying not to be cynical. I'm hoping that we will see very, very soon that the embargo on new subscribers is lifted, and hurrah, we will now, I'll be able to, and others like me will be able to subscribe. That said, I don't know now whether I want to risk waiting for that, because if they do start putting ships out standalone a month behind the release dates, and I know some people have received the Titan A, so they exist, they're out there, I've seen some people reviewing them and they look really good. That was a contributing factor to me going, damn it, I may as well just sign up. But I've only seen a few video reviewers, so I don't know whether, I'm trying to work out whether the message I'm getting, or my interpretation of their actions around suspending new subscribers, is either A, because they've almost oversubscribed, they've oversold, and so are now looking to catch up with existing subscribers and don't want to oversell too much more and overstretch themselves, and then will reopen it when they've got new models standing by. Or there hasn't been sufficient interest and they're just going to let things disappear, and who knows, maybe around subscriber item 4 or 5 it stops. I'm really hoping it's not that, because the ships look really good. Do I want them all? I don't think I do. There's a few that I look at from what we've seen so far. I've looked at and gone, yeah, I don't. If I didn't have that one, I wouldn't be fussed. But if there's an overall benefit, cost benefit, and the security benefit to subscribing, then I'm here for it. But this message unsettles me as a consumer, because I now don't know whether I want to invest more to get the Titan A, only to discover that the subscription reopens in January, but I can't start with issue 2 because I've already bought the Titan A. Or do I end up with 2 Titan A's, which is, you know, then I can possibly sell one on or give one away as a prize, you know. I'm from a consumer point of view, and I'm trying to look at it from all consumer point of views, because these ships are not cheap. We've seen a significant price hike, which again, possibly to safeguard the business model. So even the subscriber options are significantly more money than the original Eagle Moss standalone special edition and the Picard Discovery ranges, you know, all of those things. So it's an investment, however you look at it, but I don't know which investment is the better investment. And I don't know if either investment is a good investment, because I don't know how sustainable the business model is about to be. And I've had people comment on my first video, the Fanhome conundrum, about whether or not it is a sustainable business model, because I have mixed views on it. You know, I think if you manage it well, it could be. If there's enough market for your product, it could be. And again, this putting a hold on new subscribers whilst they make sure they have sufficient, if that's what's happening, is a sensible step. But they're not communicating that, which means it's all guesswork on our part. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I really, really don't know. I mean, I didn't collect any of these initially until I saw them in real life at a Star Trek convention in the UK, where Eagle Moss were there, and they had some on display, and they had the prototype models there, and they really, through their kiosk, and this happened in more than one of their more than one convention, their kiosk really had a sense of excitement and enthusiasm, and it was surrounded by eager Star Trek collectors and fans who wanted to pick up, and were picking them up in their droves, these models. They really were. And that's what enticed me in. It also helped that I won the Kobayashi Maru special edition a night before, on I think the first day of the convention. So I ended up with a model that I didn't know I was going to have, certainly had no intention of collecting. And once you've got one and you think, wow, this is quite nifty, you start looking at the others, and this is what the others look like. You know, they're pretty good. And it seems that Titan A is pretty good as well. So, you know, once they're out in the wild, perhaps, more people will be inclined to get the collection. But I'm feeling it's a bit chicken and egg now. So I'm turning to you, Internet Land. Some of you were very vocal on the first video about this. What do we think about this suspension on the Fanhome option to subscribe to their ships? What do you think is behind it? Do you think any of my theories are correct? Do you think there's a third theory? In which case, what is it? Please tell me in the comments down below. Do you think I'm making well, I don't know what my choice will be. So what do you think my choice should be? Do I A, start collecting just the standalone ones that I want, if they are indeed available? So there is a FOMO factor being very cleverly woven into this, because I really want the XL Enterprises F and G. There's just no way I don't want those, and the Protostar, obviously, and a couple of the other ones. So, you know, I want those ships, but so will everybody else. So, but do I want to be paying the best part of 80 quid for them when I could get them for a bit cheaper on the subscription along with all the other ships? I need some guidance. So let's imagine we're in 10 forward on the Enterprise D. I've come to you with my problems. You're going to say to me, time traveling toy collector, you need to choose the following option, and then tell me what you think I should do. I'll be very, very receptive. Obviously, if there's more Fanhome news, I will come along with another episode of this sort of unintentional mini-series. But yeah, thank you very much for listening to my perplexed semi-rant, and I look forward to your input, because I'm very, very keen to hear it. I know a couple of my subscribers have, and regular commenters have subscribed, so I really want to hear from you, if you've received your Titan A and what you think about it, and have you, and what's the contact been like with Fanhome. Yeah, tell all, please, down below. Thank you very much for spending the last 15 minutes with me. These have been some Eagle Moss starships that I put there for you to look at whilst I rant. I haven't jiggled them about because I don't want them all to clash into each other. Apologies. Anyway, thank you very much. I look forward to reading your comments and your thoughts and your position on this really down below. You've been a wonderful audience. Now be wonderful communicators down below. Do like the video if you found it interesting listening to my inner monologue splurging out, and it would be fantastic, of course, if you could drop a subscription to the channel, as I am very much trying to get to my next subscriber milestone. So just by way of making life interesting, I'm just going to move these a little bit just so you know, feel like you've got some value for money on this free video. What can I tell you? Well, take care. I very much look forward to seeing you in a future, or of course a past video. And until we speak again, live long and prosper, and remember that things of beauty really are toys forever. Bye-bye for now.